I bet when it comes to writing a book, you have got more than 101 questions. I know that when anyone ever comes to talk to me, they do have so many questions. So in this short presentation, I'm not going to ask you 101 questions, you'll be very pleased to know, but I'm going to pose some questions to you to think about before you write a full book or potentially submit a chapter for the Healing Book Project. Now, one of the most wonderful things that I have found about writing a book is that the different kinds of success that it brings to you. Now, success is a very, very personal feeling. It's a feeling, it's a knowing, and it means different things to different people. So, you could ask 1,000 people, what does success mean? And potentially you'll get some similar answers, obviously, but you'll get 1,000 different reasons, 1,000 different pictures of what success means to each individual. Now, when it comes to writing a book, there's several ways that I look at this. So there are people who write books and never publish them, but it's a success because it's helped them heal. And I'm certainly in that camp. Now, I've published many, many, many books, but I have written lots of stuff about my healing journey. I laugh on my computer. There must be millions of words that I've written, but they've helped me heal. And that to me has been successful. What it also means is I've got content that I can use in blogs and in other books and all sorts of different places. So none of it is ever wasted. Now, it could be that success means that if you write a book or a chapter in the Healing Book Project, that it's going to raise your visibility and attract new clients or a different kind of client. You might be looking to pivot your business. You might be looking to move in a slightly different direction. You might want to, speak. There's just so many things you want to do. You might want to create a course, a program, speaking engagements. You might want to launch new products. But the first thing to do is to stop and just create a vision for what that success means. Create a vision. Just scribble something down now, whatever that might be. Get some post-it notes a little bit later. Just think about what the vision for success might be for you. Now, it's always a good idea to go and have a little nose and look at authors that really inspire you. So for me, I look at authors who have not only written books, but also have created oracle cards. I'd love to create a deck of oracle cards. Well, I'll let you into a secret. I'm actually doing it with an artist friend of mine. But, when I look at some of the people that have been greatly successful in my field, I love that they've not only written books, but they have these decks of cards. And why do I identify with them? Because I think that they've got such a broad range of products that speak to the hearts of their audience, and they do it so well. And they all had to start somewhere. So here's another couple of questions. What will it mean to you when you become a published author? Now think about success habits that you already have. So if there's something that you've already done, what did you do to make that a success? Now, we all have processes, ways of doing things, and we forget how we do stuff. And so this is just a question to invite you to think about something that you did that is very close to your heart, that became very successful for whatever that reason is, whether it's something that was successful in a personal sense or successful in a global sense. What were those steps? Because, how we do things is how we do things. So I want you to bring all of that richness in, what you see, what you feel, what you know, what you sense, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, the sweet taste of success or the sweet smell of success. So when I say, what does success look like? I want to know what it feels like. Here's what you can hear. I want you to bring all those senses in. Then I want you to think about how you're going to profit. Who will you be when you are a published author? And how will you feel when you've shared your story? Now, you might be sitting here right at this moment going, I don't want to do this, but I know I want to. I don't want to do it. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. You know, we go through all of that stuff, and I just want you to step into that feeling of what it would be like when your story reaches the hearts of the people that most need to read and hear it. So think about that big picture. You've got a book or a chapter in a book. What could come out of that? Now, it might start off as a talk. You might make it that talk, that chapter into a program, into a course, and use it for your speaking. That comes back to that vision. So what is that big picture that you want to create? Now, I already have two Writing to Heal books. The first one I wrote in 2012. The second one I have just done the second edition of it, so I've added some new content in. And the third one is going to be this journey to self-love. So my edition 3 is all about self-love. So what can I do with that? Well, I've already decided that the chapter I'm going to write for the first healing book project is about the journey to self-love. Well, I can take that and I can turn it into lots and lots of different talks. You know, I can talk to corporates about why self-love is important in terms of leadership, in terms of management, in terms of following your heart. So there's lots of different things, lots of different ways that I can use self-love. I can create a signature program. I can create a signature talk. That one chapter can be expanded into a full book, the course, the program, speaking. You can create products. You could create oracle cards. You know, there's so much that you could do. Now, I want you to also think about what is in it for somebody else. What is the value that someone else is going to get? Now, I always think that when we've been through these massive healing things, that we kind of have a responsibility to take that out into the world and help other people to heal. So what's in it for me? What's in it for them? So what is your intention for your book or the chapter for the Healing Book Project? So intentions are where we take our focus on what we want and answer the question, where do we want to go? What's the next part of this journey, this crazy journey through life? So consider why. Think of why you want to do that. Why now? Why do you want to become a published author? What is it going to help you achieve? How is it going to make you heal? Who are you writing for, and what are they going to get out of it? Now, I always invite people before they start, get out a roll of paper, of brown paper, lay it over your kitchen table, brainstorm with post-it notes or coloured pens. Just draw a timeline and just go, this is the start of the journey. This is what I did next, end. Or you go, end, come back. Where does my story start? However you like to work. But just map it out. Step away from it. Don't do anything else with it. Just allow that to make its way through your unconscious mind, because you'll get inspiration. So what do you want to create? This comes back to that big picture. What are you creating in the world? Now, if you want to create something, you've usually got to let something go. What do you have to let go of to write a book or write a chapter? What needs to be let go of? Now, that could be feelings of lack of self-worth, imposter syndrome, or it might be a project that you're working on that, do you know what, you just go, I'm going to bash my head against a brick wall if I follow that path any further. So this could be your pivot point, the thing that helps you change direction. What do you want to create? So the Healing Book Project is a great way of taking a chapter, a part of your life, and getting it into a book with a whole load of other people who are rooting for you. They want your success. You're there together to help each other. And believe you me, that when you come together on this project, there's going to be a reason why all of us are working together, and you'll only know when you come to join us. So what you're going to do today is going to impact you and other people for years to come. This is going to become your legacy, that turning point, that awakening, that change of direction. But you might go, I know, I can hear you, I can hear what you're saying, but I feel really, really overwhelmed. And because you're overwhelmed, you go, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go and do that over there first. And then I'm going to procrastinate a bit more. And then I'm going to, do you know what? I think I might procrastinate even further. Do you know what? Let's start now. But you do have that question, like, where are we going to begin? So we're going to begin by saying, how do we think our words are going to impact other people? And do we actually want that for ourselves? Have I really got an inspirational story to share? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Do you know what? I think every human that's ever walked this planet, my goodness me, they have a story. And every story we tell hits someone else's ears, their heart, their soul, and it shows them what is possible for them. So do you want to leave that legacy that touches the hearts and souls of other people and inspires people to know that they can heal too? I believe that everyone who comes together on this project has a role in helping humanity to heal. So let's come back to those questions. What does success look like? How are you going to profit from writing a chapter in this book? Who will you be when you are a published author? How will you feel when you share that story? And how do you want your reader to feel? Now, here's the good news. The Healing Book Project is you don't have to write a whole book. Just write a chapter, 3,000 words. So there's two opportunities in this book. One is the writing of the story, and the second is where you get to share your wisdom, the how-to bit, so that people can read the story, emotionally connect, and then go, this is what I have to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to come together and help people heal by sharing each of our stories in just one chapter in this book, which is all about healing. So imagine that if you could share that story of healing, just imagine, just close your eyes and knowing that story has reached someone else. And that to me has got to be one of the most important things. It helps you to heal, but it helps other people to heal. And the way that you join this project is you head to my website, daldali.com, the Healing Book Project, write one chapter, and Wendy and I will do the rest.